like everyone who was in the New York area remembers, it was a pristine, beautiful day.
For volunteer firefighter Vinny Forras, 9/11 began as a beautiful September morning, but became a day that would change the rest of his life.
The sight was just horrifying. I mean, it's almost unrecognizable as a New Yorker who grew up in the city. You know, to see that destruction, it looked like a war zone. So all you did was focus on, let's try to save everyone we can, because we didn't know there wasn't going to be really anyone to save. I sort of started finding an area that I believed looked hopeful, like a beam that kind of was jutting down, and I thought, let me try to take a look and see where this leads me. And in the end, it was a stupid thing to do because I broke up from the guys I was with and I was on my own, and as it ends up, no one knew where I was or what was going on. But as I went further and further below ground, shimmying down this sort of crawlway, I felt like this shaking, and rubble came in behind me, and I was on a very steep angle, so I couldn't get myself back out. And it was pitch black, and it was like one of those times where you just go into a total panic.
Vinny spent the next 2 hours in complete darkness, hanging on to every breath.
I thought I was going to die, and that was it. And I asked God, please, if I'm going to go here, just take me quick. You know, don't let me suffocate, just let me go, and just let my kids know somehow that I was doing something good, you know, being here. I just tried. And he gave me right there, and I know it was him, the vision of my 3 kids, like infant babies in my arms. I actually was holding them there like we're talking right now. And I could smell the baby smell of my 3 kids. It was the most beautiful smell in the world. And considering what was around me, the smell of death at Ground Zero, anyone who worked there will tell you that the smell of death was the most horrible, horrible smell you can imagine. So to smell babies, what a beautiful thing. It's like smelling roses. I mean, so I thanked him for that. And I said, I'm ready to go. You know, thank you for this beautiful vision you gave me, and I'm ready. And I said, but, and it's like you start making deals now. So I said, but if you allow me to stay, I promise, whatever it is, I'll dedicate my life to you and doing something to help people. You know, I was like, just came out of me. I just said, I'll do whatever it is. I'll serve you any way I can. And through his grace, that was it. I was able to keep crawling further down. Basically, you're going more into hell. And I felt my way around, up and over and around, and I eventually made it out of there. And I came back around to where everyone was, and they were kind of looking like, where were you? Where'd you come from? And I was like, you wouldn't believe it if I told you? Let's just get back to work.
Because of his exposure to the toxic air at Ground Zero, Vinny has been taking over 20 different pills each day. Like many other first responders, Vinny has had a hard time sleeping, and Joel Osteen's message of hope hits home like never before.
One of the things many of the 9/11 first responders have is problems with sleep. You know, they don't sleep sometimes for days on end. Other times they don't sleep at night, but sleep in the day, and it's still going on. So Joel became a good friend at night, you know, to watch him on television, and just at the most amazing times, and I don't think anything's coincidence. Like either when you're feeling absolutely down or you're going through terrible, terrible challenges with your everyday life, that Joel would pop up on the screen there and give you a hopeful, positive message, which is exactly what you needed to hear.
Since 9/11, Vinny has kept his end of the deal with God.
I will fear no evil, for you are with me.
As a living tribute to those that lost their lives at Ground Zero, Vinny and his wife Monica started a foundation helping firefighters with equipment and training around the world. So far, the Gear Up Foundation has donated over $3 million worth of firefighters' gear and equipment to 6 different countries in desperate need of help. The Gear Up Foundation has also built a fire prevention, fire safety, and community service academy in one of the poorest parts of Ecuador, already graduating over 2,400 children. Vinny credits Joel Osteen's positive message of hope for continuing to encourage his efforts.
It's one of my most precious possessions, and I wanted you to have it.
Thank you very much.
Everything you've done for all of us. I believe that there's a reason for me being here. It's much bigger than anything I understand. If I wasn't as healthy as I was and never smoked and lived an athletic life, I don't think I'd be here today because of all the stuff that I got exposed to at Ground Zero and how many people are sick and dying now. So I think so long as my heart and mission stay pure, God has this mission for me to fulfill.